The Red Hill Show 2023 was packed with people on a bright sunny day, but before going to the film, I want to give you an idea of where everything was on the showgrounds. Here we are at the top of the grounds above the top oval. The wood chopping contests were held on the left of the fruit, vegetables and flower pavilion. The top oval provided demonstrations of sheep shearing, Kelpie dogs working the sheep, goat judging, exhibitor stalls and other activities. Exhibitor stalls were also lined along the outer fence. The Red Hill Show is over 100 years old. It began in one exhibition room in the bush of the Mornington Peninsula and gradually expanded to the grounds you see here. Red Hill is not a town as such. It is an agricultural and resort area in the hills above Port Phillip Bay with a couple of clusters of shops. We have here the Alpaca Pavilion where we will see various breeds of alpacas and a judging session. Next to it is the Cooking, Craft, Art and Photography Pavilion where the prize winners of the different competitions were on show. On this side of the Cooking, Craft, Art and Photography Pavilion was the busy eating area lined with various food stalls. Along the road in front here were dozens of food stalls offering a variety of national dishes. The bottom oval was the Kids Adventure Zone offering free rides and activities. There was also a display of vintage cars. We're at the back of the Alpaca Pavilion and see the Poultry Pavilion, one of the busiest. The winners of the competitions were on view and advice given on keeping chickens. The area here was also the location for cattle and sheep judging. I took a photo of the top oval just after we had arrived mid-morning. It was already busy. We have here the judging of the miniature goats by the Miniature Goat Judging Association of Australia. My sometimes bumping filming will have to be excused. It was so busy and pushy and I had to be careful of where and what I was filming.
Looking at their teeth, this one hasn't got any of the adult teeth up yet, so it's legally still can be termed a lamb. Back in 1898, there was a chap up in Queensland called Jackie Howe, and he shore 327 sheep in an 8-hour day with hand blades. That record has never been beaten, and about 2 months ago, down in Portland, chap got the world record of shearing 605 sheep in an 8-hour day. You're not going to be seeing that sort of speed today.
Sorry about the cap, I wasn't aware it was in the scene.
Handpiece isn't behaving itself too well today. Going, yeah. Got to get a bit more off. Head up. Now, those are the right hand, everybody's watching the right hand, but it's the left hand who's actually doing the work here. Pulling the skin up, getting into the pressure points. See that? If I push there, the leg goes straight. And there you have. Come on up, you get. Back in there. Go on, back in there. So,
Did you get him hot dog down? Or?
There was a variety of food stalls with their enticing offerings, but what caught my attention was the panzerotto stall. Panzerotto is a traditional food of Puglia in Italy. As you can see, it was made of a pastry outer with a filling. I chose the vegetarian panzerotto. It was absolutely delicious, just my sort of flavour and texture. The friendly panzerotto boards are available for all sorts of occasions. Here is their website. We are now in the alpaca pavilion. The alpaca is a species of South American camelid mammal. It is similar to and often confused with the llama. They are bred for their wool. The Australian Alpaca Association website says alpacas are now an established and beloved part of the Australian natural fibres, breeding and farming industry. As the second largest alpaca industry in the world, following the Peruvian alpaca industry, Australia is at the forefront of breeding, fibre, quality and development. Here we have a judging session. The judges are thorough in their examination of the animals before they award the prizes.
Thank you. This group of intermediate females here, and they're not always cooperative. That's very difficult for us. Starting with the silver white, which is very upright and correct, really stylish and true to type. Really pleased with the level of density of her relative fineness through that piece. It's well organised within a staple and carrying that uniformity across a very correct frame. So very happy to award her the first place today. Well done. With the light board, again, she's upright and correct overall. Looking at the fleece, she's showing a level of softness.
On the right are the stalls lining the eating area. It was packed by lunchtime. Inika and I could only find a hay bale to sit on. The cooking, craft, art and photography pavilion gives a good view of the competitions and their winners traditionally on display at an agricultural show. It is clear that a lot of work and attention has gone into the submissions. As a lover and scoffer of scones, I was interested in the winning efforts. Here is the photography exhibition and the winning snaps.
They sent a container of lamb over to Japan.
The slope is uneven here, which explains the bumpy ride. This area is for the cattle, sheep and poultry exhibitions. There was also a pet fancy rat display, which I missed.
There are two different types of Angus cattle. You think about it, and that one's a little bit different to the other one on the other side. One's a red Angus and one's a black Angus. They're a totally different breed. However, they can interbreed. Just that they have a gene in them that's a dominant gene. And that'd be the red gene.
Number 5, Brad Meyer off 15 and Reading at the 6th. Travis Riley.
The wood chopping competitions were the most exciting part of the show. They were well attended.
Now in starters' hands.
Competitors, stand to your logs. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a lot of work to do, as you can see. He's a long way back, 24 seconds behind.
The Peninsula Wood Turners demonstration with some of their creations. I was particularly interested in the Dromana Historical Society display. The Society aims to preserve and protect the history of Dromana and the surrounding district of Safety Beach, Red Hill South, Main Ridge, Borneo, Macrae, Rosebud and Rosebud South. There were some fascinating photos of the past. You'll find them at the Old Shire Offices, 359A, Point Nepean Road, Dromana. Terrific, those old photos, aren't they? Another area to take a break, have a cup of coffee and a snack. There was plenty of choice along the road here above the top oval. Here we have the submissions of fruit, vegetables and flowers and their winners. We are on the top oval. Here we have the Navy recruitment store. They were advertised in the HMAS Cerberus Open Day, which we attended. A video will follow in a few weeks. The Victoria Police Blue Ribbon Foundation perpetuates the memory of members of Victoria Police who have died in the line of duty through the support of worthwhile community projects within Victoria. There were plenty of items of interest here. A demonstration of kelpies herding sheep is underway on the top oval. The bottom oval was a kids' adventure zone with free rides. One was a rock climbing wall which had a lot of attention. There were also fairground rides, mountain borders demonstrations, mini sports for the very young and pony rides.
Competitors, stand your locks. Get ready.
Time for the log chopping competition final. Watch the champ on the far right.
Everyone striking the log cut precisely on the count of three, not making the first hand to go around one, two hits ahead of everyone else, the second hand to go around, and it's not the third hand to go around with late line there at number 4. O'Toole looks at 62.
Good boy.
The poultry pavilion was very busy with plenty of kids around, so I couldn't linger long on the breeds and their winners. A display of vintage cars. I was particularly interested in the MGs. This is a TF. I thought it was the best looking of the range of TC, TD and TF.
Is it a lark?
But he's got good ones.
You know who'd know about it? Chevy.
What colour Sonics is there? Is there any red?
Yes, the Bel Air.
Blue?
Apparently,
This is a Studebaker, the model a 1955 Commander sedan. I remember it well. I had a collection of cards of car models. It included a card for this model. This looks like a Studebaker 1960 Lark. This is a beautifully restored MGTD.
A shearer come out, a very good shearer, who will shear them for shows, make sure that there's no shearing
What
lines,
to look
which
for
is where
in
there's
judging sheep.
Leaving them extremely well presented for the judge, whereas on a commercial stud, that whole back end would be torn off, so there's no need to go back and keep retouching or retouching. Make sure the heads are nice and round, nice and well presented. With sheep with like white faces, we good? With sheep with like white faces and white legs, we may even the face and legs to make them.
Followed by Rod Meyer, then followed by Brad Meyer.
We just made it to this exciting final.
People, cheer them on a little bit if you like. This is the Victorian title. They're cutting quite strongly indeed. That's a larger log than what we cut on the ground. So if you're going to be crowned a champion, of course, the state title holder, you are going to have to do it. The 95th running of the wood chop on the show here. Let's have a look. It's going to be Blake Meyer, the 14th time state champion, hits the ground, drops the board, flicks the middle board and the bottom board, puts it towards the tree where they need to be. Have a look at this. He put the axe into the wood. 4 hits. Count them. There's 3. There's 4. Perfection. Straight into the tree board. The board is right in front of him. Doesn't have to go too far at all. Second man leading the pack, Red Hill. He's looking a little unchallenged when something goes wrong up top. Look the way he does this. He cleans out that chip. He knows there's time on his side, with his brother's like a fly on the ground, telling him what's going on around him. Axe is out. 2 hits and an upward motion. Nail's doing the job, not snapping the timber. 2 hits and a downward motion. He's starting to feel the pitch a little bit now. You can see he's not moving the axe in and out of the wood as quickly as he wants in the front section. Arm fatigue is a killer in this particular type of event. Brad Meyer is up there as well, along with Rodney Meyer and Matty Coffey, just with that third and final board hole in on the second side. No one's going to catch a young champion in the future, ladies and gentlemen. Blake Meyer's going to do it easy. I reckon he's got another 6 or 8 hits to go here. His brother on the ground giving advice on what to do as he catches the chip. It's about to go down in 3 hits, I reckon. We will be crowning him the 15th time. Victorian State champion. Hard-earned curse deserves a good VB. I reckon he's going to have several of them tonight.
This was the reptile and native animal display meant mainly for children, but it was difficult to video because of the reflection.
Be very gentle. Okay. Looks like something right on.
No.
Yeah, I agree. I've been hitting that with Craig.
Number 36. Aussie golfer Jason Day has admitted that he feels not far away.
Radio 3MP, Mornington Peninsula, was one of the show's sponsors.
Improvements were made to his
but did a really good job of leading myself in the correct positions.
A coffee and cake, and one last look before we left for the day. Final view, we're all set to go. We made our way back to the fields where we had parked our car. When we arrived mid-morning, these fields were full. There was hardly a space to be found anywhere. It was a beautiful sunny day and there was much to see. Unfortunately, we could not see everything. We could not be in 2 places at once, but we had a thoroughly enjoyable time at the 2023 Red Hill Show. The show is a traditional feature of the Mornington Peninsula, one of the most attractive places in Victoria, a must-see for visitors to the state.